Tex back again at the world famous Compound Films in Houston, Texas, and it's going down, man. Another episode of Hustletown Live, man. I'm excited about this, man. We got something pretty big right here. You know, my boy Cary Alva in the building. We're gonna be talking it up with him. We got all kinds of stuff going on. So stick around, cause this is Hustletown Live, baby. Welcome back, my beautiful people, man. I'm excited, man. You know, I've been waiting to have my guy right here in the building with me, man. Cary Alva, how you feeling, brother?
Good, man. I'm feeling great.
So you've been doing all kinds of stuff for years, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like when we talk about your resume, crap, we got a lot of stuff right here to tap in with. I'm gonna just jump right in, man. So obviously Houstonian or from Houston originally, because you've done a lot of stuff in the city.
Right. Yeah, no, from Houston, Texas, Northeast. Aldine Jail Route was what we used to call it.
Yeah.
Aldine Mail Route, though. We're going to bring it back.
Shout out to the Aldine Jail Route, man. Those are my boys, man. Northeast. That's my part of town right there, too, man. You know, all my family's out there in the Northeast side.
Houston, we have a problem.
That's right, man. So we are here, man. Again, man. Well, first off, welcome to the show.
Thank you, man.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you on board, man. Something long overdue. We've really been doing to have you here for a while.
We've been trying to do this for a minute. Yeah.
That's right, man. So actually start because you're doing everything from you got a couple of businesses going on, you're doing credit, man, you're doing even films. I see you doing a lot of stuff with the church too.
Yes.
Where did it all start, man, for Cary, man? Like when you back obviously in school, you had to have been a hip hop fan too, because I've seen you in the hip hop scene back then. Where did it all start for you, bro? Jail Route, and then where we at?
Right. So actually I went to MacArthur High School.
Okay.
So I guess you could say it started off with Aldine Junior High School, believe it or not.
Right.
That's what they used to call it. And then from there, went to MacArthur High School, and then there was the gang stuff, the being rowdy.
Right.
And then you kind of calm down, and back then I think we listened to just Magic 102. That's what it was. And even on Sundays we used to listen to at 6:00 was the Quiet Storm.
Oh, man.
I don't know if that's still going on.
It is. The Quiet Storm is still on, man. Shout out to Magic 102. That's definitely my Radio 1 family. That's one of my favorite stations. I work there also too. So of course, 97.9 The Box, Praise 92.1, but Magic 102 is something special.
Oh man, Sundays, man, we used to go take them cruises to Mason Park.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying up to ride.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of that other park out there?
McGregor.
No, it wasn't McGregor. It was oh my gosh, I forgot. Well, anyways, I'll get back to that. But yeah, growing up like that. I'm the only one out of all my friends that graduated high school. Yeah, so it took a minute. I failed. I think I failed 12th grade.
It's crazy. I eventually went back and got my diploma, but I had actually left school second semester of 12th grade, which is probably the dumbest thing anybody could possibly do when you're that close. But it was because I was already gonna have to do summer school. I wasn't gonna graduate with my rest of my class. At the time, I was doing music, and I swore up and down I was gonna be this big rapper and all that. Everyone has this dream, and when you start to get a little dose of that dope with being on stage and being around, getting fans,
a little taste of it.
You really think, everybody has a dream, and I see it to this day. I work with a lot of artists to this day. Everybody swears they're the next up and coming guy. So I'm like, all right. So I'm definitely heard that story plenty of times.
Stop the cap.
See what you got. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. Were you part of the break dancing and all that?
Yeah. So actually, our name of our group was Jam City Crew.
Hey.
Shout out to Ralph and Joe. Now everybody's old. Now they're all DJs. Everybody's all DJ'd out. Old school hip hop. If I remember correctly, we even some of us even danced at the Fresh Fest a long time ago.
Nice.
And man, it was on, man. It was a lot of fun back then. The Fat Boys, Run DMC, Dougie Fresh was out there. Everybody was out there. And that was back in 1985,
Wow.
Budweiser Superfest. That's what he used to be.
Shout out to Diana and also everybody who's tapping in with us right now, man. Y'all be sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let us know where you're tapping in from too. Also,
yeah. But honestly, I really didn't know what I was molding myself to do. Of course, I hate to say this, but I think I just wanted to be an old school gangster,
Right.
and that's where everything was leading to, and because it really didn't have, I wasn't playing baseball anymore.
Right.
We weren't trying to get the best jobs. Maybe just the best highest paid job with the less work, right?
Right.
So yeah, I had to go through all that, but maybe a little bit fast forward, I did get into trouble with the law for a little bit, and had to go do a little time, here and there, and made some mistakes.
Right.
And but the good news is that, man, you get a chance, you get another day to do something different,
Right.
and again, we have a choice. Every day is a choice, right? So
Right.
we get to choose that.
It's what you do with that that situation, and
Right.
I'm sure you definitely turned everything around,
Man.
from then. When was this? Around what year? What
Well,
was this, when you're younger?
man, this is started. I started drinking. Can we say this? 11 years old, man.
Wow.
I started drinking at MD 2020 Thunderbirds all through.
MD.
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
So, all the way through high school, through my 20s and 30s, and kind of, and then I had my son. I think at 34 years old. Still was not married, but still, I was a club promoter with ChillCity.com. Shout out to Rob.
Hey, shout out to the boys right there, man.
And we used to be club promoters for a lot of clubs, and downtown, like the Hano Fest and stuff like that. So there was a lot of stuff going on. But and then I started selling cars. I started selling cars, and I got into my niche where I really I was something I was good at. And I was like, man, at first I was like, I don't want to sell cars, man. I don't know nothing about cars.
Bruh.
Jimmy Vitella, shout out to Jimmy Vitella. He said, man, Cary, you got this, man. You got this. Everybody likes you. You're likable. Sell cars. I'll tell you what to do. I'll show you what to do.
Right.
And I found a knack, and it was fun. And we used to sell cars at North Star Auto Group back in the days.
I remember North Star.
Yeah, North Star.
This is where all the rappers used to be back then.
Yeah,
right?
Mike Jones bought a car from us. Conrad X actually bought a car from me.
Wow. So yeah, I remember the rappers. I remember especially on Swish House. That's when I heard about North Star. They were always talking about, and they would diss each other too. And you ain't got a North Star car. I would hear all this stuff back in the day. Yeah. Hey, Joe Lopez.
Yo.
Shout out to Joe Lopez, man. Again, y'all leave a comment. Let us know where y'all watching from. North Star. So how was it, man, being this transitioning? That right there definitely set it off for you as far as him training you as far as sales and people interaction.
Man, it was a lot of fun. All you have to do is be likable.
Right.
And when you're likable, yes, you can study the tangible things, how cars run, learn about different vehicles. But believe it or not, it was really easy to sell those type of cars because there was nothing but eye candy.
Yeah.
It
rims
was,
already attached.
Man, we put 24-inch wheels on all the 300s. Magnums, what else? Challengers, all of them,
right?
And different colors: yellow, blue, red, two-tone white with the hot pink.
Oh yeah,
and with the 300s too. So,
right.
Oh man, everybody ate them up and bought them up.
And those 300s, when they first hit the scene, man, they were
popular. Everybody had them. Yeah, everybody had them.
Wow. Did you have a 300? Did you get you one?
No, I had me a 500.
There you go.
A Ford 500. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But I transitioned from selling cars. The money was coming in, and then I went to the next level. I went to work back in Maston and started selling big time trucks. I had to wear a tie there. I wasn't used to wearing ties, and oh man, ties was after you start wearing suits, man, you just can't get out of it. It feels really, really good.
Yeah, you know what? That's gonna be my 2023 goal right here.
Oh,
That's
come
compound, man. I'm definitely. I feel like I'm missing out on some money. Always walking around the basketball field all the time. I really feel like I'm putting a cap on myself, guys. So y'all start seeing me wear a suit, mind your business, or take notes. Either one of those.
Wear a suit.
That's right, man.
So transition. So back then I was selling cars, and then I figured out that some people weren't qualifying for vehicles, man. And I wasn't letting the customer go by me. I wasn't letting no money on the table. Man. Didn't want no money on the table. So I started, looking into repairing credit because that was another reason why people were walking out the door, right? And man, I said, okay, I'm getting money this way and this way. I ain't gonna let them go.
So if they can't get the car, they don't get approved for what they need.
Right.
Now they can go through you also on the credit side.
Yes,
And,
yes,
and
they were back in the day. Yeah, they
wow,
were back in the day. But there's a lot of things that I had to learn. You had to be registered with the state,
right.
so you have to be a bonded type company. But so I kind of worked closely with somebody else back then, and then boom, I just did it on my own.
So I kind of learned, and so
Oh
it wasn't
yeah,
A&G at the time. A&G
no,
eventually came
yeah,
after.
it was. We didn't even name it anything. It was just us helping the customer. And then after that, yes, after I got fired, actually, I got
Wow,
fired from Beck and Maston.
wow.
I was number one sales that month too, and I got fired.
Was it a hater or anything like
No,
that?
it was,
I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
have been.
Yeah. But I mean, it was an experience, and again, you know the story. If you just weren't meant to be there, and it catapulted you in wherever you're putting your energy at,
True.
and I put my energy in back then. I hate to say this, man, but it was chasing the dollar bill. It was chasing money,
Right.
and didn't know how it was going to work out. I started using my clients and saying, hey, look, I can help you, with your credit and this and that. It was good, and then I would refer them back to the dealerships, and then still get a little money from there. But
Nice.
I didn't want to go back to selling cars because I really liked that company that I was working for,
Right.
and I didn't want to go work for anybody else.
Right.
I even thought about even getting my dealer's license and start selling cars on my own and making my own dealership. I
Man.
really didn't want to work for anybody else
Right.
at that time. So, and by the way, 2006, from ever since 2006, every dollar I made has been strictly commission till today.
Wow.
Yeah, because I ain't turned back. I don't want to work for a company anymore.
Right.
I want to be on. I want to write my own checks,
Right.
and I like that. So, but I was, chasing money. But I had an episode where I got my last DWI, and I got locked up for it, and I had to really, literally sober up
Wow.
and realize that life is just passing me up if I don't get straight,
Right.
And well, I also changed my life over, and I gave my life back to God, and man, I started chasing helping people, and when you chase helping people, man, the money comes. You don't worry about the money.
Right.
You don't
Very
worry
true.
about the money.
Very true right there. Yes, sir.
You know,
That's
I'm
right.
telling you, man, it works. It really, really works because you're chasing the heart. You're chasing helping people.
And generosity itself
Man.
is it goes a long way. And I've learned that here recently too myself. Just the past 2 years, I've just been really into the church a lot. We've been getting closer to the kingdom, the biblical finances. There's just all
Amen.
kinds of stuff in there that when you really look into it, it's pretty interesting. And that generosity and helping, and of course tithing is a very important thing that I try to teach others also, because it's done a lot for us. I've seen it myself. I'm just wow on how all that works, man. So when you transitioned from working with the credit you were doing into A&G credit, how was that transition? Is this something that you've had A&G already for a while now, or is it something also that you just?
I think we're gonna be 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 13 years at A&G. It's Alva Network Group.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but I started off in my apartment. I had an extra bedroom,
Right.
and I made that my little office. And I had my bedroom, and then I had that little office. So start off in the bedroom, rented out a little closet space out of my friend's Darius McTwire's insurance company.
Wow.
And he's the one that suggested that I write a book, because back then is when I ended up going to jail for my fourth DWI, and I lost everything all over again. And I didn't have a car, didn't have anything, and then when I got out and I sobered up, man, I hit the ground running, because I'm doing something that's helping society, helping friends, family, starting off, and then just helping people in general.
Right.
But at first, that's not what my thoughts were. Of course, it's getting out, thinking I wasn't going back to corporate. I'll tell you that much. But I was like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Right.
And then the Lord is just showing me, dude, I gave it to you already. You were just using it for what you wanted to do.
Right.
Now I'm telling you, I was always giving it to you. I had it always right there in front of your face.
Right.
You just don't recognize it,
Right.
because you're looking at it with a different set of lens, right?
That's true.
So, and then when I took it, man, oh man, it was great. It was great. I got to change a lot of people's lives, getting houses, because we as men, we're leaders of the home, right?
Yep, that's right.
That's who I need to take, the leader of the home, and make the man, you know, do his job.
Right.
And the job is to be in the supporter, being the man of the house,
Provider.
the
Yep, yes,
provider.
sir.
Amen. Come on.
Man, drop some knowledge on them,
Yeah.
Cary.
Yeah.
Let them know,
you
man.
know, and I mean, it trickles all the way down to your wife, to your kids. That's if we're changing generations, it starts from us. It's not about us no more, right?
Right.
So, and that's the approach that I took. After, of course, talking to my pastor, I didn't know which way I was going. I
Right.
just know I had a heart for it. So yeah, you talk to your pastor, you talk to your mentors, and they kind of mold you into what they were already doing in a sense, and then you create your own identity, out in society. But of course, all through God,
Right.
because you want to show Jesus everywhere we go, and everything that we say and everything that we do.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
man. Cary, man, you got a whole bunch of game. We're gonna tap in right now. Let's hit this commercial real quick, man. I want y'all to check out this A&G commercial right here. It has details on how you can learn more about getting your credit. We're gonna talk about the importance of
Amen.
the credit,
Let's
especially
do it.
here in the hip hop field here in the Hustletown network and H-Town in general, man. So y'all stick around.
At A&G Credit Solutions, we love helping people. Fixing your credit can change your whole life. Having good credit is always going to save you money in the long run. It's very, very important to have good credit because you will have lower interest rates when buying a house, when buying a car. We help people get prepared. It's a free consultation, so please take advantage of that. We get very excited when somebody gets their new home. When we help somebody reach their goal as far as getting a house or getting a car or getting lower interest rates, it's very, very rewarding to see lives changing. The sky's the limit. And that's what we like. And we can't wait to help others. I believe that the quicker I can help you, the quicker you're going to tell other people about us. I'd love to meet you. Give us a call at 281-901-0522 and also check out our website at www.angcredit.com.
Man, I like that commercial right there, man. The guy who shot that right there, man, he must have been a genius.
Yeah,
it's you, man. This plug real quick, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I love it. Had fun doing it, man. So let's talk about A&G also.
Yeah.
So where you located at?
Yeah.
We just saw the number and everything, but just give them again real quick
Yeah.
where you're at, and then also the website they can also check out.
Sure. We're 505 North Sam Houston Parkway, East, Suite 442, Houston, Texas 77060. That's in the Greensport area. It's in between Imperial Valley and Hardy Toll Road on the north side of the Beltway. But we can fix people's credit all around the United States. But we specialize, of course, in Texas because that's where the majority of our clients are. And our website is www.angcredit.com.
Okay, so if they're not here in Houston, they can definitely
Oh,
check
yeah.
the website
I mean, free consultation. You can't lose. I mean, if some people think they need credit repair, they don't even need it. They just need some free advice.
Right.
That's all we're trying to do, is trying to help them move to reach their goal.
Keyword free right there too,
There you
man.
go, free.
Hey, just to find out, it costs nothing to find out where you're at least your status, and from there you can kind of determine what you want to do with it. And even if they need to get some credit taken care of, it's really kind of feasible. It's not really not that costly. Some of the stuff that you work out. I mean, I've had a couple of people that have signed up with you that it's doesn't cost as much as you would think when it comes down to a monthly to getting some type of setup.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. So again, let's remember this: the goal is not about the money we're charging. Actually, if you go compare that we're actually lower than everybody else out there.
Very true.
So I just did that part because it's not about the money. It's about getting your thinking up. Because all I'm doing is meeting you where you're at. And if you're trying to get this house, man, let me help you get there. Do not let pride in the way. Do not let procrastination slow you down. I mean, come on now,
Right. What is something common that you see, especially here? Because I do a lot of artists. One of my main goals, at least this year, what I want to start doing is getting more of my artists into houses, getting their credit, owning property. Right, because one thing, a lot of my artists I see, they got the jewelry, right? They got the drip, they got all the nice clothes, they even got the nice car with the rims and North Star, all that other stuff. but a lot of them don't own a home or own property.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And so in order to get there, credit is definitely one of the steps that can get you there. What is something you see a lot of that my young brothers like me, myself, or artists and people that may not know about the importance of the credit?
Right. So number one, cash. It is good. When you're buying things cash, that's great. But getting a credit card and just gaining respect is, and you have to change the way you think about the credit cards. People think about credit cards and say, "Oh no, that's the devil. That is evil." The interest rates are too high. Blah blah blah. But you got to remember, these are just that little piece of plastic. It's just a tool to get you respect amongst the creditors, amongst the credit bureaus. And because that's all we're looking for. How can you get a $300,000 house and you're not even paying on a $200 credit card? They got to judge you somehow.
Right.
So, and I'm telling you to use the credit card. You don't even have to really use it.
Right.
All you have to do is have it open. Right. And I'll show you some couple of tips to do that, but just get your foot in the door with a good company. Like Capital One's a good one. They allow just about anybody for the first time, even the second time. I've even seen people that burned their bridges with them years ago, and then they came back and still got another credit card. I don't know how that works, but hey, more power to you.
So you mean to tell me all these Capital One? Cause I get all kinds of letters all the time from Capital One. I can fill the card in there and all that. I don't have Capital One, so I know this is okay. This ain't. But that right there may be value of my to go ahead and maybe do that because I don't.
Not exactly. Not exactly. So you might be what you do is you're sold. Your name and address is sold to somebody, and it's advertisements. So they're always going to push you to try to qualify, right?
Right.
But that's what the free consultation's for. Find out. Let me tell you if you're good to go.
Right.
Because yes, it would be good for you to bring one of those things. If I see something that's good on there, oh yeah, I can tell you right away that Capital One's probably going to more likely accept you. Because they look at little things. They look at, how many times were you late within the last 12 months? They look at how many lines of credit you already have. Right. If you don't have, I would suggest that you get a certain type of Capital One because there's some that you can have better credit with and some that you can just start off with.
Right. Okay. So the key word, man, is call. Off top, man, call and find out because you'll never know unless you don't make that.
Just get educated. I'm here. That's what I'm here for.
Right on, man. A&G Credit, man. I love what you're doing, man. Definitely gonna do more work with you. I plan to launch later on this year, Hustletown Homes. So that's something brand new that we're just announced right here, exclusive. Hustletown Homes, again, the goal to get my artists, and not just artists, but influencers, entrepreneurs, people who kind of work the way we work right here, because we're in 2023, man. It's not your traditional, job just go away. A lot of us working just off the phone, and how to get us in that right track to really get us in the home. That's my goal, and of course, I want to be able to work with A&G Credit as one of partner when it comes down to you want to check out where you're at, call Cary, and let's see what he can do for you from there, and then try to get you when he's home. So definitely we're going to be partnering up. Let's talk about the films though, man. Hold on, man. So you're again, we got Cary wears a lot of hats. Okay.
Literally.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, so aside from the A&G Credit one that you wear, man. I've been seeing you doing some film stuff. Elaborate a little bit on how you got into that.
Okay, so last year I got invited to come out to Christian Comedy Association to be a part of that in Indiana.
Right.
And I went. I went to go to their event, and I was the only Latino over there.
Right. Okay.
And then, but it was fun, man. I met a lot of Christian comedians that are very seasoned, that are funny as heck. And by the way, every Christian I know has a crazy past, even crazier than mine. True. So trust me, these guys are funny. Right. Some of them are already on, on Roku. Some of them are on Amazon already, and they're big time names. So, so I got a chance to meet a lot of people, but that was the first door. Now I've done some comedy in the world, with my cousin Juan Verial.
Hey.
Shout out to Juan.
Hey, I did not know that was your cousin.
Yeah, that's what cousin.
Hey. Yeah. Shout out Juan V, man. I see his son out there out in the Southeast all the time. I think he stays right here down the block from me, matter of fact. So shout out Juan V.
Yeah, he allowed me to open up for him back in I think it was 80, no, 90, 98, something like that.
Wow.
And man, I was partying back then. So, but it was fun. It was fun. And then did a little acting, a couple plays, and then I left it alone. Then I got sober and went through all my, finding myself and finding out who I am in Christ and stuff. And then wanted to get back into it because that's really who I am. But I was doing it for the wrong reasons, right?
Right.
So went to this Christian comedy thing, and then it opened up a whole new thing. Now we got Carrie in La Calle that's coming
I
out
like that.
doing some Christian comedy.
Hmm.
Got on stage in Indiana, and then I met Deanne. Deanne's a good friend of mine. Deanne Elaine, she is a comedian out of Florida, and she called me and asked me to be on her sitcom.
Nice.
So I accepted. I ended up being an executive producer for that show as well.
Wow.
And we just filmed the whole the pilot show last August in Florida, and it's actually called. Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. I need more water.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's called
There you
Fade Away.
go. Okay.
Fade Away.
Nice.
And then that's funny.
Bruh.
And then so then I have that going on. We're gonna be filming some more episodes. Long story short, my mom, she met my mother, the main Deanne,
Yeah.
met my mother. She is now gonna be my mother on the show as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so mom got a part. Can you believe that?
Nice.
Uh,
That's awesome how everything works out like that, man.
Right, man.
Yeah.
So there's another big show that I'm also a big part of. I'm a executive producer for a show called The Promised Land.
Hmm.
It's a lot of the characters are from, well, I say maybe a fourth of them main actors are from The Chosen,
Okay.
and so we got that going on. And then there was a lot of extras that were on there, and plus I'm an extra. They even had me a little part in there.
Right.
And so I became an executive producer for that. We filmed the pilot show in New Mexico in October. And so be looking out for that too. So
Nice.
we're trying to get some things done. And that's coming out.
Is this the one I saw you had like
Yeah.
you were out there somewhere in Jerusalem or something almost, right? Is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
that was an interesting, just seeing the photos, I was like, okay,
Mm.
wow, I'm impressed about the set and the work. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
he's
man.
doing some big things right here. This isn't just
Yeah.
like the locals right here that we do out here. We do all kinds of stuff out here. But you were doing some pretty major stuff
Oh,
right
yeah.
there, man. And
Yeah.
then, of course, executive producer.
I was a goat thief too.
I saw it with the goat, too, with live goats on the set. I'm like, wait, where is he at right there, bro? That's awesome, man. I'm gonna have to get you to executive produce something around here, bro. We're gonna have to talk after this show right here and figure out what we can cook up because we
Right.
definitely
We can't
gotta
make
get
this shit
Carrie-
up.
Yeah, that's
We can't
right.
make
We're
this
gonna
shit up.
Man, hold on. We're going to have to get Carrie involved on some more stuff over here. So, okay, so the films, what else is there? Is there a certain goal with it? Like, is this just something you're kind of just having fun with, or do you
Well-
have more of a long-term projection on
Well,
with the films?
This is the deal. I can do whatever I want,
Right.
but what I want to follow is what God's telling me to do.
Okay.
So I believe he is setting up a platform where I can be a voice in different shows.
Right.
I think, and by the way, the Promised Land is a biblical comedy too.
Nice.
So that threw it for a twist right there.
I
So,
like that. I
yeah.
like that.
And it's really aimed at even secular. So we're not going to be on. We're not looking to be on PureFlix or anything. It's going to be Netflix. Come on.
Pure Flicks. I didn't even know that's
Yeah.
actually awesome. So that's more of a Christian.
Yeah, they
based.
show a lot of Christian-based movies there, and but I just feel led that God is pulling me in different directions, and every time that He's pulling you, it's always something that you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Right.
So ironically, being in front of a camera most of the time, it kind of seems weird to me
Right.
sometimes, but yet I'm on the other side of the camera.
Right.
I don't know how that works, but but I guess that's what you call stretching, and the transformation was all the way, man, because I was badder than I don't know what, man,
Right.
and then didn't, I don't think I would have ever gone in any of these avenues if I wouldn't have turned my life over to God,
Wow.
because I believe that God he has a plan for each and every one of us, right?
Right.
But we just don't tap into it. we tap into the things that we want.
Right.
Right?
Very true.
And he's saying, man, I got something better for you. But we don't. We don't listen. But guess what? We all going to listen one day. Sometimes we are going to fall to our knees. We're all going to bow down to him one day.
Very true. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, so that's interesting already. Just hearing the story from just back in the days and everything, just turning everything around, being again behind the camera, in front of the camera. We're gonna go to a quick break, and I'm gonna show you how you can get in front of this camera right here at the world famous Compound Films. And when we get back, we're gonna talk more with Cary Alva, and we're gonna talk more about really. I'm gonna talk more about the church with it too. Just get some wise wisdom to give everybody. Y'all stick around.
Launching your brand new TV show or podcast should not be that hard. Let the professionals do the hard part while you focus on being a star. This is Compound Films, located in the Skyline District of downtown Houston. You can book us today on peerspace.com.
Directed by the world-famous Compound Films.
That's how you can get down right here at the world famous Compound Films. If you're an entrepreneur, you want to start your podcast, you want to start coming in here and talking some tips or talking some cash. Whatever you want to talk, man, we can do it right here at the world famous Compound Films. Again, check them out on social media. You can check them out on the Instagram at Buy Compound Films. The website is, Frank, what's the website? BuyCompoundFilms.com. Check them out. And come get hooked up, man. We're right here downtown H-Town. You cannot miss the beautiful projector right there showing against the wall, man. You'll see us right here on the corner of Rusk and Milam. So again, joining me right now, we got Cary Alva. Appreciate all the stuff we've been talking. Let's talk some gold, actually. I want to get you, before we talk about the case study, let's talk more about the credit also, because that's one of my main important things that I really want to talk to is some credit tips.
Yeah.
For everyone, not just artists, anyone out there right now. Some good credit tips. Let's give us some common, let's say maybe some frequently asked questions or just some tips you feel like everyone needs to know.
Okay, so number one, right now with the income tax is coming up, right? So people are like, well, let me go on and pay all my old collections out, and then I'm gonna have good credit.
Right.
Not true. Those are closed loans. Those are closed items. You only build credit with open items. So open lines of credit are credit cards, loans, things like that. So if you have an old credit card that you ain't paid in 3 years, but they keep bugging you, by the way, all you can do is just simply to tell them to stop calling you. And actually, that's your right as a consumer. People don't even know that. They don't even answer the phone, or they might say, he's on his way to go pay you, Yeah.
I need to use that one.
But I would not spend your money there. Use your money wisely, and that dollars that you just got, put them to use. Let it work for you. Get yourself a secured credit card. I love credit cards. I mean that they help you so much. Small loans do not help you, by the way, because every time you get a loan. Think about this, brother. Every time you get a loan, your score drops because now you have more weight. Now you have some more on your plate. And you're a little bit more riskier than the next person. Right. So we don't want to do that. And plus, you pay it off in 6 months or a year. If I do that, it's only helping you during those months that it's open. After that, it closes. Right. It's not helping you. Nobody cares after that. Right. But with a credit card, you run 4 ways to the credit card. You can get some notes. Number one, it never closes up on you. It has a beginning date. And it never closes up on you. A loan will close on you. A loan has a beginning date and an ending date. Right. All right. Number two, your credit limit can actually, by you treat it right, it only can grow. Okay. Right. You can't do that with a loan. Somebody, Capital One can trust you with $300. Treating it right, trust you with $600. Trust you with $2,000, $6,000, $10,000. As time goes on, you build more respect, you're more trustworthy. That has the ability to grow. You can't do that with a loan. Right. Number three, you don't have to be in debt when you have a credit card because you're only using it to help you build credit. That's it. Right. Stay under 20%. People think it's 30. I think 30 is too close to 50. Right. So stay under 20%. Barely use it. Use it. Don't pay any bills with it.
When you say 20%,
20% of the credit limit. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
20. Say for example, you have $1,000 credit limit, or
Right.
let's say a $500 credit limit. 20% of it is $100. So I wouldn't go over 100 at all any given day of the month.
Okay.
All right. Keep your balance low. Stay under. Stay out of the where it's risky.
Right.
Because as soon as your balance is higher, the computer automatically thinks that you are risky, because that's the first thing people do when they don't pay it back. They max it out. That's the first thing they do. So you don't want to do that.
Right, because it's too close to your.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be too. Yeah, you want to leave it. Okay, that makes sense.
So even if you pay it every month, even people pay that. Well, I pay it every month on time. I pay the whole thing. Yeah, but if out of those 30 days, that one day, the reporting date, if they catch you with a high balance on that one day, that's how they're going to view you the whole month.
Oh wow.
Right? Yeah. So you don't want to do that.
Right.
And then fourthly, you don't have to pay interest on a credit card, because you can pay it off before the due date.
Right. Right.
You can't do that with a loan. You're forced to pay. You're forced to be in debt with a loan, and you're forced to pay interest on the loan. So that's why I don't like loans. I mean, if you're gonna get a loan, get it for a major reason: vehicle, car.
Right.
That's it. Or a big loan that you might need, home repairs or something. But not, there's all these companies that, hey, we'll just get a loan so we can help you build your credit.
Yeah.
I used to say the same thing all the time when I sold cars.
Right.
Come on back, man. I'll sell you another car. You just build credit. No, man. I was just making another sale.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. But I mean, I just wanted to give you a couple tips about that, because credit cards, again, they have the power to help you get what you want, and it shows everybody how disciplined you are. It's kind of like a gun. You can protect your family with it, or you can shoot yourself in the foot if you abuse it.
Wow. Hey, that's some good tips right there, man. Credit is definitely gonna be my 2023. I'm definitely more on board with everything that we're talking about here. And you offer. There's all kinds of other stuff you do also, as far as giving other people opportunities to help make some money with you on some of this stuff, man. You want to elaborate a little bit on some of those?
Sure. Well, we're helping people with their finances too. We're showing them where to put their money. Okay. And how to be their own banks. Right. Too. Yeah. So that's another thing. We can probably elaborate later on that. But and then there's another business that I have that allows that we're basically an authorized dealer for all essential services for commercial and residential services. Right. Such as electricity, internet, home security, merchant services. And we can get piece of it every time somebody swipes a credit card. Right. So it's gonna be residual. Oh, residual bonuses, the whole bit, and you don't have to have inventory. Okay, you can work from anywhere you want. You don't need an office. You just need a phone. Right. And we're in 25 countries and all 50 states. Wow. Come hit me up.
You get to travel to some of this stuff too. I see you out there.
Oh yeah. Well, that's where it's at. You want to be in the middle of everything. Right. How can you spread your word or spread your business if we're just sitting in one spot? Right. Man,
name right there, man. I feel like we're going to have a part 2 eventually. So I'll be back in here, but before we close things out, man, let's talk a little bit more also just about the church in general. I like to end off with some positivity, give people game about the importance of going in and just having that relationship with the church, whether it's we have churches, we have the traditional churches, but then we also have some of these nice these other churches we've been seeing recently that are more for us. Right. Let's talk about some of the churches. Also, let's also shout out, man. Some of the churches.
Yeah. So shout out to my church, Get Rap Church. Pastor Juan, he's also my mentor. Pastor Juan Martinez.
Lucky over there too.
Lucky over there too. Wow. That's another story there too.
Man.
I don't know if he got a chance to. You got a chance to see that.
I mean, I've seen his transformation and everything from him doing the street stuff.
I'll tell you what, we'll save that for next time. Okay. We'll save that for next time.
But shout out Lucky, man. Shout out Lucky. Shout out
Pastor Juan. Yeah. So I mean, all that just proves is that everything that we're doing, everybody that you speak to, everybody that you encourage and even motivate and help, it goes a long way. Because by me doing this for you and blessing you, I mean, guess with that, you're able to bless others that somebody I didn't even know that I could even touch,
Right.
all because of you, right?
Right on.
So, but we're in spring. Our church is called Get Rap Church. Come visit. I mean, we're a bunch of misfits. No, I'm just kidding. No, but we all have a pass, and actually, in any church you go to, we're all gonna have a pass.
I feel comfortable a lot of these churches too, because
Mhm.
you'll see others, tatted up, or people
Yeah.
that look just like myself, come in ball caps
Mhm,
sometimes.
mhm,
Just come as
mhm.
you are, type of
Exactly.
church. Those are the churches I definitely like. Again, I grew up around more, the Catholic churches and stuff that are a little bit more.
Mhm,
Yeah, and not to knock those at all. I love those churches too. I came up in them.
mhm.
But a lot of people have always said, when they go to these other churches now, they're like, it makes it feel like a lot more welcome for one, and it's not, they're very entertaining.
Right.
When you go to church, it's not, you don't be dragged to church. And, that's a lot of us back when we were younger. We go with our grandparents and we'd be kind of dragged to church. But when you go to a church like this, church that again, more people like us, and the stuff they talk about is very us. I love it. I love it, and I'm out at church 633. So you know how we are. You were out there recently at our church event. I like everything that we're doing. So definitely want to invite all of our people out to any of these churches. You're getting in with the church in general, just to kind of really bless your life and see what what God can do for you, what tithing can do for you. But any other stuff you want to talk about with the church?
No, man. Number one, find a relationship with Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter really what church you go to. Of course, we're gonna God will gravitate to you. He's always talking to us all the time. We just have to get the fog out the way, and sometimes and clearly hear what God is really trying to tell you. Like even tonight. When you're praying at home tonight, man. Ask the Holy Spirit. Lord, what are you telling me right now? What do you want me to do from today forward? And take it to heart. Take it really to heart. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're blinded by and distracted by, and it could be all these other things it could be money, it could be women, it could be just everything that this earth is filled up with. Everything is a distraction from our Lord.
Right.
Everything. So we got to remind ourselves how almost like tippy toeing around and not even see these things, because that is the only way. There's only one way. He's the way.
Right on.
But distractions, and I'll give you a good example. Distractions will stop us from work. Distractions will stop us from being with our families the right way, right?
Right.
So all these temptations, distractions happen to me all the time. So that's why in the Bible it says renew your mind daily. You can say monthly. You can say on Sundays only.
Right.
All right. It's daily, man, because we're gonna run into a lot of stuff. And when you're praying in the morning and when you talk to God in the morning, just talk to him. He's our Father. He can hear us. Talk to him. It'll set the tone for the day. Just like whenever you hear a commercial or you hear some music early in the morning,
Right.
and then you keep it in your mind. You go, man, I hate that song. Why am I keep singing it?
Right.
Because you just heard it all morning.
Right.
Same thing. Just think when you're praying. Just think when you're reading some scriptures, and just leave the house like that.
Wow.
On a positive note.
That's right.
Then tell me how your day is.
Yeah. Very true. Start to go very positive. And you can do this from anywhere.
Amen.
From your home. Some people have a closet they go to, or certain
Amen,
areas where they like to be alone and just be quiet and just pray. So I definitely co-sign that right there, man. This is something you definitely want to do. Practice it, man. Just see what it does to your life, and definitely become a better person and successful, man. And that's what I wish on everybody. Cary, I appreciate you tapping in with me tonight, brother.
Man.
We did a late show over here, man. But I knew you were gonna be here, and I appreciate you, brother. Much success on everything that you're doing, and I can't wait to have you. I can't wait to work more with you on A&G Credits. You're gonna be all year long and from here on out through Hustletown Network. So again, man, broadcasting live from the world famous Compound Film. Again, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, get fancy with it, so we can do a whole bunch of Hustletown live going down. I appreciate y'all. I am the infamous Tex Cary Alva, and we're out. phone died.